So yeah, whenever you want to.
Okay, so you guys are pretty much back at Greenest, and Grilth and Mr. Nibbles is with her. You've made sure to rest it and bandage up Mr. Nibbles, so he's got bandages on him, and you'll notice Grilth is probably not riding Mr. Nibbles at the moment because he's still kind of walking funny.
Yeah.
Poor fella. Poor Mr. Nibbles. And you arrive back in the town of Greenest, where the governor is there waiting for you. And he notices your arrival, and he offers you, the usual fare. Here's some. Do you guys need to stay the night? Do you want to buy some potions? Those kinds of things. You want to do any of that?
Sure. Yeah. We'd like to stay the night.
Yeah, you probably stay the night.
Yeah. I'd like to get
and his healer services are available. The healers are willing to help you. Not those kinds of services. Grilth, do you want the healers to
service?
You want the healers to full service Mr. Nibbles?
Happy ending?
Now, what do you mean by full service? Is he getting a little bit of action there, too?
No.
That's what I asked?
No.
Happy ending?
No.
Oh, happy, no happy ending.
No happy ending.
No happy ending.
What if I reach over and start jerking off?
What?
Mr. Nibbles, like, maybe they don't understand what I'm asking.
Both, you stand there with your hand in your dick, with your dick in your hand, and then Mr. Nibbles comes out and puts his hand on his dick, and you both start jerking it together.
It's just wolf job.
I'm gonna assume that the healers take care of Mr. Nibbles.
It's a circle jerk between Grilth,
Mr.
Nibbles and Nipples.
Oh, and the little rat's doing it too?
Yeah, the little rat's like... He's little, but he's mighty!
Okay. I'm assuming Grilth is gonna get the healing, yes? Or not Grilth, Mr. Nibbles. Oh wait, maybe the rat could be Mr. Dribbles. Okay.
No. He's gotta be something poop related.
No, he's already nipples, man.
Turtlet.
No, but it's too close to Nibbles.
Meeps! Jesus!
I forgot that I was screen sharing. Okay, I was grabbing out to put in the Discord.
It's alright. Don't worry, nobody can see what you are looking at.
What the hell did we miss?
Something you don't want to see.
Yeah, but I'm posting memes anyways.
Anyway, okay, so
what's their names actually, though?
Yeah, what are their names, Meeps? Is the hyena
like,
Hoard Mr. Nibbles?
I'm assuming you came up with them, and you're not just relying on us to come up with them.
Yeah, there's Uck.
Is Uck the rat or the hyena?
Uck's the hyena.
Okay, Uck's the hyena.
You should name him You should name the rat Captain Shat.
And then what's the rat's name?
I hadn't quite thought about the rat.
Send that to Scott.
That's a good boy.
Send that to Scott. See how mad he gets.
Please don't. What were you doing,
Is that a
Meeps?
reverse red rocket?
What was the rat's name?
I'll name the rat Omo.
Okay.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Homo the homo.
Why are you asking questions? Why do you care what did?
Are you ratist?
Yes.
Do you have something against a rat eating shit for the rest of his life? Okay. PETA might, but I didn't think you would.
If the rest fine with it, it's fine with me.
Alright, okay. So the next day you wake up and
Such a dad joke. That was so good. Okay. Yeah, you better sip that water, Shane boy. You gonna need it for that dry mouth.
Okay. So the next day, the governor comes back to you with one of the smiths, and he's some other of the smiths, the local smithies workers.
Mhm.
And you'll notice that they're bringing horses.
Oh, cool.
And that they had mentioned that some weird paladin had already made his way north on the trade way,
Oh, great.
as they had given advice, but you don't need to know more than that. That's all they tell you. But he supplies the three of you with horses.
He doesn't tell us
Ahem.
it's a naked Goliath.
Well, he's not naked anymore.
He should be.
Is that a threat?
More of a soft gesture.
It's a soft suggestion. And then the smith had actually pulled out a leather kind of makeshift. It's not like great, but a kind of a saddle for Grilth's
Yuck.
for Uck.
Yeah.
For Uck. And he just asked. He hands it to Grilth, just seeing if Grilth will put it on Uck, because he doesn't want to go near Uck.
Fuck the fuck.
So
Too uck to drunk.
and actually,
to Uck
so
to Thunk.
it's kind of useful because it allows easier animal handling,
Yeah.
pretty much for Grilth. So, Grilth, I'm assuming you're going to accept that gift.
I'm very suspicious.
You look at it; it's not dirty enough.
Piss on it. Make it goblinish.
Throw it in the mud and roll it around, and then fucking put it on. Perfect.
Come on.
Whoa!
That's a power move.
I'm assuming you're gonna keep it though.
I need some more shit and bloodstains.
I'm gonna jerk off and like come on their foot. Make it proof change.
tears.
That's how goblins exchange.
That's probably how they exchange telephone numbers.
You need a button here to say something.
They probably have.
That's the most gracious, grateful I've ever seen Grilth for anything.
They probably have address books that are just loincloths with like different jizz stains on them, and then when they want to remember like what their friend's phone number is, they just like lick it. And it's like, oh yeah, that guy.
So okay. So the two things.
Oh yeah, Glaminia. Whoops.
So you need to head to the town of the city rather of El Turiel.
Can we set the old phone on fire first?
Also, you had found treasures that sound similar to what belonged to the village people. Do you want to return those?
No.
Fuck no!
What?
That's our shit. They lost them. We
I-
got it back.
Do you want to try to convince your fellow friends?
I need those pearls for anal beads.
Yeah.
They're the only size that fits me. I'm sorry.
Sounds like they're in pretty dire need of them themselves.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so
No,
you're-
you can give them back to the mutts.
do you want to?
I'm not giving shit back.
Well, here's the thing.
I went through that trash myself and earned it. Well, with a mage hand.
Well, you have the string of pearls, and he has the ring. So you want to keep the ring?
Yeah.
I'll get back to String of Pearls. I'm gonna shit.
Okay, so the Thunk gives back the string of pearls, and you see a lady come out from the crowd. My grandmother's pearls. Oh, thank you so much, little gnome. Oh my goodness, the least I could do is actually give you some of what they're worth. And she gives you 150 gold pieces just for you.
Can I bargain with her and say I don't want your money?
What do you want, sir? I'm so grateful.
I'll take her money, but with a smirk.
Okay, so you get 150
Tell
gold
her she can
pieces.
keep the money if she
Nick
gives
was
her lap
ready and
dance.
prepared to roleplay that whole scenario.
Yeah, he was. I could see that. That's why I backed down. I wasn't ready to go there yet.
Tell her.
Good thing you didn't look under the table while he was saying it.
I'm not
Tell her that she can keep the money if she gives you a lap dance.
And then a very vivacious young woman comes out from the crowd. Oh my goodness, is it possible that you found my mother's ring?
Why, as a matter of fact, I found it, ma'am.
Oh, you did! Please return it to us, ever so precious.
Oh, why yes, but just know that this ring holds nothing to your beauty. Roll some sap shit.
Oh God!
What do you want me to roll? What do you want me to roll?
Roll.
What is
roll.
seduction? How do you seduce somebody? What's the roll?
Give me a second.
What's the roll?
It's technically a persuason, I would say.
I can say that. Yeah,
he's
go for it.
No, he is though.
No, I know
because
he is, but
he's trying to get a favor.
That's like a flat 10.
Well, okay, so she's like, oh, you cute little scapegoat man, thank you. Oh, she takes the ring and she gives you a big, wet, sloppy kiss. And here's the thing: is because of the way your body is, it's like all of her boobs are on you while she does it. And then she's like, she gives you a bag with 150 gold pieces in it as well.
Oh, right.
Even
that's
though that
what I
ring was
do.
valued at 900 gold pieces.
Oh, whatever.
It was worth it.
The pretty girl kissed me.
I'd do more for that if it were a dispensary. Sorry. 150, you say?
150, yes.
It's okay. I still have all that other shit I found.
Okay, so you guys, I'm assuming, leave right away, and they refill your rations and all of that stuff. Arrows, they're doing
They
these
give us any
things.
potions?
They're offering potions for sale.
I didn't.
Oh, yes. What's the limit?
2.
For how much?
Oh god, I don't remember what it was last time.
Give it to free. Come
Yeah,
on.
for free.
Yeah!
Okay, cool.
Because you gave back the treasures, the voluptuous ladies are willing. The voluptuous lady and the poor one was willing to.
The poor one.
The poor. I don't know what else to say. They're willing to give you pay for your potion expenses.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know how many Grilth has. Oh, up to 2. So if you already have.
I have 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 3 now.
So Grilth still has 2 potions of healing, so he's not gonna get any more.
I've got 2 already.
Okay, so you're fine. Okay. So you ride 200 miles down the tradeway north, and
On
you make
what?
your way on your horses.
The horses. We
You just got
some
free freaking
gift
horses.
Nice.
Except for Grilth, because Grilth is riding.
He's already got a trusty steed.
Uck.
I have a bigger dick than horses, and therefore they are below me.
As you ride north, because you still need to get your reward from
Yeah.
Leosin.
Listen.
And so you make your way down the way. Nothing really happens of any interest, and you see this large city with a bright light shooting out the top of it, almost like a halo. And it's almost blinding with how bright and like pure. You get this warm feeling from it, just being, just envisioning it as you see this sprawling city
So
below
there's
the large wall.
a comet in the process of crashing into the city.
Because it's so blinding.
And warm.
Oh god.
going home.
So and so you make your way into the town, and just doing some general passive wisdom stuff. You ask around, where Leosin might be. You don't need to roll for that because it's passive. You're rolling.
I'm rolling for something else. I rolled a 15.
What for what?
Find a dispenser.
Where the drugs at? Where the drugs at?
Oh. Where we at? So anyway,
Where the wild woman at?
you're pointed to a tavern. They point, they kind of lead this one guy who looks like he's seen shit, but it's really just he's so high on meth, which because you rolled for it.
Yeah.
Clearly this guy knows where the good shit is, but he points over at an inn that's kind of down. You got to go down the main street, and he says, "Oh, and you got to make a left, and you'll know it's there because there's going to be a bunch of people there, and a dwarf, and all kinds of stuff. It's upstairs. It's upstairs, room 103."
I respond, thanks, Cracky, and sprinkle some in his hand.
Oh, thank you so much. You're so generous. Wait, where did you get crack?
He doesn't know. That was anthrax. He's in for a bumpy ride.
Curing drug users one at a time.
Okay, so you
Doing
guys
God's work.
this place.
Opens up more supply for you, right?
God can't do all the work.
Okay, so you're gonna head over to the. Do you
Yeah.
guys follow him to the tavern?
I can do this.
I'll stay downstairs.
To get drugs.
Oh, downstairs in the tavern. So okay, so you guys go into the tavern, and you could ask Pete the bartender for questions. You're looking for a specific person.
I asked the bartender for
You ran upstairs. You're
a tankard of mead and where this fellow Leosin might be found.
Okay,
Before I run upstairs, can I stand on the table and say, "A round of buttery nipples for all the gentlemen"?
And thus buttery nipples are poured, which is butter. It's butter beer. It's going to be a mixture of butter beer with a shot of really, really strong half-orc whiskey. And those are called buttery nipples. It's canon, man. We're making it canon, Wizards of the Coast. So you got that in front of you now, too.
Yes.
Okay, and actually, in the middle of that, you see a man come forward. Oh shoot!
Get him!
Right down where it is. Whoa! Wait! Looks like a dwarf, but I don't think he is.
Grab first, ask later.
Wait, what?
Shave first, ask later.
Damn.
That's what she said?
Where did you go with this?
I guess so.
That's what she said.
That is what she reminds me of that post. It's like that guy. It's like, if you could do anything in the future, or no, no. There's a guy that basically his idea was he wants to be in between two women that are in doggy style with a dildo on his front and back so he can pendulum. Like, fuck no.
It's weird. They don't say what he is.
Like a
Okay.
Yeah, no, just like boinky.
So you see this guy. I'll show you a picture of him.
Okay.
He looks like that. That is him. His name is. He's wearing an Order of the Gauntlet armor. So I don't think any of you would know what that is.
Kind of.
It clearly seems to be some kind of paladin. But he stands there and he goes, "No worries! I will take care of all of you! Drink to your heart's content!"
Nice.
And then, so anyway, you ditch everybody and go upstairs. And he kind of turns to you specifically, because you're still kind of coming in, right?
Yeah.
And Grilth is definitely in there as soon as free booze was offered, I'm sure. And he puts his arm up on your shoulder and he goes, "I heard you'd be coming." And
To whom do I owe the pleasure of this fine drink?
my name is Anthar Froom. I'm a member, important member. Anthar, Ontharr. You know what? Just use Froom, Frume. His last name is Froom, Frume. And did a goofy-looking half-elf who knows the fisticuffs hire you, I think, for something? Did he not?
You looking half
That would be Leosin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Yes. I walk in onto the
We're
conversation.
here to follow
and
up
ask,
with that. In
Is
fact.
that the guy that we punched in the dick?
Did you punch him in the dick? Really?
Did he not tell you we punched
No!
him in the dick?
You punched him in the dick?
We all punched him in the dick.
Gentlemen, barkeep, get here. They punched Leosin in the dick. Pour down the top shelf whiskey for this man. Who did it? I must know.
We all did.
We all did. Did we?
I don't think so. I think it was just Grilth. I think it was
He
just
doesn't
Grilth.
know. He doesn't.
You have to make a check. You gotta make
Okay,
a
deception.
deception check.
Okay.
Well, I'm not there, so I can't really say anything.
You can't. No.
10.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
Come on, you didn't do it, did you?
No, but my friend over there did.
And he looks over and he sees the goblin. I heard about him. I heard about him. Excuse me, goblin!
Make sure you're
Did you
wearing a
actually
codpiece.
punch him in the dick?
No, I punched him in the balls.
It was in the balls. Tender!
Yeah, get it right.
Tender. Top shelf for the goblin. We don't serve goblin. You'll serve this goblin! You can clearly see that this guy's got his shit together. Right? He's like, come on. I'm over and join the rest of us. And you'll notice a bunch of paladins sitting kind of at
You
these
see me
tables.
start to stumble down the stairs a little
Oh,
bit.
no, you gotta roll for that.
Okay, good.
I haven't gotten to you yet.
Oh, damn it.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll wait
I
for
got
that.
something set up for
Okay,
you.
good. I thought I was just up there for no reason.
No, you're getting your.
I'm getting my stuff.
You're getting your
Yes.
So I want to welcome you to the Inn of the Black Antlers. You can tell he's been drinking a little bit, and clearly now there's all this booze in front of you guys. You can see some paladins gambling in the corner over there. Welcome to our headquarters, as you can clearly see. And I hear that you've been doing good in the Sword Coast area south of here. At least that's what Numbnuts was telling me. And I can literally call him that. Thank you, Mr. Goblin. Oh, what a glorious day.
Well, we're just out to earn a few good-looking money, golds.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know, there's so much money to be made out there, especially with this crazy jack cultists running around. The little bastards. Sons of bitches. All of them. But, you know, Numbnuts, which is my new name for him now, which is Leosin.
Quite literally.
Quite literally. He doesn't need to breed. He's one of those crazy harpers, you know. And you should roll, what would be for you to know that? More information about that, because you would know the harpers.
like history,
Being
I
a
guess?
thief.
Probably history or something.
Yeah, history.
19.
You know that they're kind of like a group of like shady. They're not the shady group. You know that they are like spies, but they're not shady spies.
Okay.
They're like spies for the betterment of all of the Sword Coast. They're like the CIA supposed to be.
Yeah.
And so, and
Keyword
Leo's
supposed.
Mhm.
Huh? Keyword supposed.
supposed to be. Well, though this is the literal what they are. They are literally the good part. Whereas you know of a bad group of them too, the Zentharian.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce that name, and I'm not going to look it up right now because we're not there.
But I need to know.
Shut up.
I won't sleep tonight, Nick.
So
They're called
okay,
the
so
Satyr.
you now are you okay, so you come to a door and you're going to roll for your drug knowledge to the door that he said.
Oh, yeah.
And so go ahead and roll a d20, and we're going to add, that's going to be your, just roll a d20.
8.
You have advantage too, by the way.
Oh, good.
Okay.
7.
So add you have a plus, your proficiency bonus,
So plus 2.
so you have a 10,
I have a 10.
which is actually enough, because
Yay.
that was the limit.
Yay.
Which is kind of standard for any check. So you go up to the door, and you start doing a funny knock. and he's like, and you hear a sound from the other side of the door. The cat says meow. Roll d20.
I was trying to think of a response.
No advantage on this.
Okay. You're letting me down, Box. Yeah, that's what I tell my girlfriend. 19!
The dog says, say, you respond with the dog says woof. And the door opens. What are you buying?
The dude from fucking Resident Evil.
4, yeah.
Yeah. What are you buying?
What are you? You see a guy
What
with
are
a
you
mask and a
selling?
hood on, and he opens his cloak up, and you see he's got weed, He's got some coke, you know.
He sees a fire in
Oh,
my
but it's a
eyes
high
that he hasn't
price.
seen since childhood. And I pull out 200 gold and say, what'll it be?
Oh, the
So I have gold, so it's like, what
That's
am
true.
I going to do with
You
it?
have 100. Well,
I have
you
519
Jesus
gold
Christ!
pieces.
You just want to use like 150 of it.
That's what I was thinking.
So he says, "My, what a heavy purse! What else are you buying?" And over here, you start seeing like some
All the
blue
good-
crystal stuff, and you know, and you see maybe some tools to use. Those
See, I am a
things.
connoisseur, so I will take a little bit of everything off the top shelf.
All right, so let me give you. So he gives you kind of
That's how I
like
am.
a nice big. He gives you a little bag full of the ganja.
Yeah.
The little okay.
All right.
He's like, and you have a bong already, don't you? No, you don't.
I have a pipe.
You have a pipe. He can sell you a bong.
Okay, I'll buy that too.
So he sells you a small bong, nothing major.
Oh, there's a photo I want to try to show you. I'll describe it now.
How we're
There
still
was a
streaming
silicone
live
bong
right now, I
that was
don't
about this tall that was glued. Yeah, silicone. So and it was glued to a butt plug.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Jesus Christ! And then he'll give you a
How
small.
does it take the heat from?
Silicone bongs are special.
Okay.
They're made of a special silicone that has a higher melting point.
Okay.
They're made for people who are clumsy
Mhm.
or they want an easier way to wash their bongs because glass takes special cleaner. You can't use special things. You can't leave it in the sun. All this bullshit. But with the PVC ones, you can drop it. You can just flush it with water. You don't have to worry about it.
Now, this
and
is
they're
glass.
cheaper.
What
Yeah,
he's- what he
okay,
handed you.
that's fine. That's fine.
And then he hands you a bag that has like 3. They look like sugar cubes. They are not sugar cubes. And he goes, "Made this myself. This is some of the good sniffy sniff, my friend. But here's the trick. Instead of having to lay it out, you just take it across your nose. A little bit comes off the top. And keep you nice and wired for a little while, friend."
I take it immediately and try it. 17.
You know that's good stuff.
Okay.
You know it's good stuff.
So I'm gonna write
And
two-
you notice that it's firm. It's almost like a rock, but you do notice that your sniff took some of it off. So it actually holds itself.
Okay.
So you don't have to prepare it like, you know, they do
yeah,
at
I
the
can just go
parties.
and
Yeah.
get my whatever out.
God damn it.
Yes! You're allowing me to do this. It's your fault.
I am.
You could probably like craft it into a ring and have it equipped all the time.
And then he pulls out like a finely crafted porcelain pipe. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. And it's got like little gnomish poetry on it. About getting fucking high. And he says, "I have this. And it goes good. This." And it's some.
I buy it.
Alright, and that's what he's giving you for the 200 gold.
Okay,
He's giving you
fine.
all that for the 200 gold.
Okay, I have 319 gold now.
We need to sit down though and figure out what
Yeah, because money weighs too much.
money weighs too much. Okay, so the rest of you, so he's finishing up and trotting back downstairs pretty much at this point. Happy as a fucking kite.
yeah, I
You
bet.
can see my eyes were like 3/4 dilated. It's bright in here, boys!
And he's like, so you see all of the dirt. So, you know, he tells you to, and while, oh god, it went back a page. That's why I'm like looking, going, what the fuck? So anyway, Froome shows you to a private space off the tavern's common room. I'm going to read this because this is where, now that you're down there. Froome shows you to a private space off the tavern's common room and closes the door closes the door behind him. Waiting for you in the room are the broad-shouldered human paladins and can't say his name.
Just do it.
The monk Leosin, which is going to lead to the numbnut stuff. And many pitchers of dark red wine, buttery nipple, several glasses full of buttery nipples, and lots of many pitchers of mead. The paladin's face wears a slightly serious expression, however, during this time. And as he sits down, he offers you all to sit down with them while you guys are fucking drunk and high off your asses. "My friends, we have important business to discuss. At this point, You know almost as much as we do, and thanks to you, we know twice as much today as we did a 10-day ago. Something rotten is afoot. We have no formal organization to oppose these rascals. Not yet, anyway. We're working on that, and we need people like you who know how and when to fight, and how and when to keep their heads down and observe. Especially the green one. He fits in with just like a plum. We can't promise you anything except long days filled with danger and stress. But what could be better than that, eh? And then Leosin says, well, there are things... Shut up, numbnuts! And Leosin just kind of looks over at Froome. Numbnuts. So, obviously you guys are sitting there. And they kind of are just discussing the other concerns that they know, but you guys have brought some information with you, I am assuming, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you wanted to give that to Numbnuts to look at, right?
Yeah, we want to give it to him hard.
Whoa! Just
we want to give it to him hot and heavy.
Make sure he feels it even in his numb bits.
Okay, so he takes a look over the documentation while he makes sure that Froome pulls out some money because he owes you money. He owes you 150 gold pieces each. So he gives you the 150 each that he promised you back in Greenest. And he looks at you and goes, well, as promised, here's your pay. Drugs. Hacks! Hacks!
You know that video.
You do?
Yeah? Do you?
No,
Do you?
no.
Just me.
You're high as shit, chilling in your bathtub, and it's a guy high on meth in a porta potty.
So we have a job for you.
No.
And it pays not just really well, but it'll be worth it in the long run. After perusing these notes, I see that we have clearly the cult is heading north with all of that treasure. Tons and tons of treasure. Dragon's weight in treasure. Seriously, no joke. And we know that they're hoarding this treasure for horrifying reasons. It's clear that they are worshippers of Tiamat, the evil dragon queen, sent to the 9 hells to bring her back to this world. We can't allow that to happen for obvious reasons. However, we need to know where this place is. Froome and his men are ready to fight. And we, my organization, is willing to do their part, which is paying you men to do what we know you are capable of doing.
Drugs?
Well, you're capable of doing that, it's very clear. Get to the point, numbnuts! Where is this coming from? Anyways, we need you to head north to Baldur's Gate. And there, we found out from the documentation here that the cult is looking, not just the cult, but they are taking a caravan all the way north of Neverwinter. Beyond that, it's hard to say where they're going. But it's north of Neverwinter. Many, many, many miles away. At least a 40-day trek from Baldur's Gate. Now, they are joining a caravan because that road is treacherous. Many bad things happen on the tradeway in such great distance. So there's going to be merchants. There's going to be most likely people who are looking to move to Neverwinter. You're going to have traders. You're going to have all kinds of troops, people moving that way north. And your goal, your mission, is to find a way to get into that caravan. Whether you're doing it as guards, as workers, as anything else, but make sure that you don't get identified by the cult while you're doing it, because they are also in that group. I think that it's proper that you are more than capable of doing that. And I can make a few arrangements for you once you get to Baldur's Gate to help point you in the right direction. It's not a hard job to do, says Froome as he looks at you. You just need to get hired, and look at you. Look at you. I'm sure you could find work in that caravan. It shouldn't be too hard. But it's an easy job. Get to Neverwinter and figure out where these punks are headed. where these scumbags are going. I think you're more than capable. What say you?
Aye, aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I think you met the guy in room 103. So, perhaps maybe you'd be interested, though, on top of that, of joining a wonderful order such as myself. Would you like to be members of the Order of the Gauntlet? We're always looking for new...
More of a lone wolf kind of guy.
We don't accept their kind. The Grilth.
Then you don't accept my kind.
What about you? Actually, I think he's more suited for us. Shut it, numbnuts! I asked first. Would you like to join the Order of the Gauntlet? A group of righteous paladins and warriors.
Well, now, what's your retirement plan look like?
It sucks!
It sucks!
You get good pay, though. You get good access to good armory. And all the booze you can drink. But we do things right. We do things honest and goodest.
Oh,
But I'm a cruelty-free vegan.
well, let's say that I was doing one of these honest and good quests and something just happened to go missing.
I don't know if it'd be suitable for that.
Alright, then I'll turn you down.
Well, what about us, though? I think you might be quite the bloke to work for us.
What order is he like trying to
The
represent?
Harpers. So the thievy, the good spies.
The good spies.
Be happy.
Well, now that sounds like an opportunity.
We don't mind if you steal a little bit of treasure, as long as it's not from anybody. That's nice.
Alright,
But if they piss you off, we might turn a blind eye.
sounds good.
He'll do the Stevie Wonder.
But you don't have to decide that now. But we'll
Where's
keep that
Meeps?
in mind. Meeps is there.
Hi.
Oh, okay.
They're not gonna ask Meeps because Meeps
I know,
is a goblin. So
Yeah,
Fucking
they're
racist.
racist like that. Gotta represent Goblin power.
Goblin lives matter.
are
They
you
don't
willing?
like me because I have a big dick and my
Goblin
skin
Wakanda
is different
forever.
color than theirs.
Gobliconda forever. Gobconda forever. Okay, so
They just
you're
don't-
thinking of joining the Harpers.
Yeah.
We'll consider it.
They
okay.
just don't like the tone in which her ass claps cheek.
I'm like jerking off really slowly while staring them down the eyes as they're like asking everyone else to join us.
Look at that
Go on,
dedication.
Harry. You're the chosen one.
Peck me.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah. Pick me. I can take
Okay,
it.
so
Do you know Key and Peele?
What?
Do you know Key and Peele at all? It's a comic.
I've seen some of their sketches.
Oh,
So-
I don't watch all of them.
that's okay. He watches a lot of them. I'm kind of yeah on him, but
Trying to remember what that voice box is from.
It's
I'll let
this
you think
one-
of it. No, don't tell him. I want
Okay,
to.
okay.
He's on.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so there's this roast comedian that's doing like a stand-up night, and he's like getting everybody in the audience, except he notices that there's a burn victim, and so he passes over him to get to this busty chick that's next to him. And he's like basically saying like, "Hey, like you skipped me," and he like is trying to like avoid everything. He's like calling like this pink shirt he's wearing gay. He's like saying like, "Oh, like you have like 3 drinks, like alcoholic much?" Like he's trying to do anything that's not the burn. And then this
Make fun of the burns.
Make fun of the burns. And he's got this robotic voice, and he's all like, "Excuse me, the what, sir? Are you burned?" And then like the lady next to him like shines like her cell phone on him. Oh yes, those burns I can see. Thank you.
It's really funny if you want to go look it up. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I thought I could take it.
We don't even know if he's crying. Those are just robotic noises.
So I'm assuming you're willing to do this
Yes.
mission
Yes, of
for
course.
for them. And you feel like you got to do it because you want to actually
get
into the Harpers.
What's up?
Is a character in anime called Black Lagoon.
Oh.
Yes. She's got a voice.
The tracheotomy box?
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We had a guy that shopped in the 99 that had one of those. He was really nice, but he hated talking because he...
Yeah. Can you imagine?
I can't. I really can't.
Apparently, back in the day, that old like anti-smoking commercial with the lady with the hole in her neck.
I remember that one.
My mom knew her apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that was always that first time you see it is creepy, and every time after that you start thinking about the hole.
Yeah.
What could I do to it? Okay, so
why is she ain't breathing? I put my dick in it.
Get an esophagus job.
Yeah.
Okay, so
hit her uvula real good.
So now that you've agreed,
so if you throat fuck her, you can see the tip of your dick poking.
Oh my god!
If you're long enough, you might even get it to go like that.
Poke out?
Yeah, you just grab the end and you just kind of.
Whoa!
Do the donut.
So they are now.
You could probably like. Sorry. You could probably do one hole and then pull it out and then do the other and just keep swapping it.
Oh, and that's for you.
Oh,
you get. Okay, so they are excited and that you guys are willing to help them with this, and of course you're. Well, there's a question. Grilth hasn't agreed to any of this, but they're guaranteeing that there's going to be some kind of money or reward for you of some sort, and that your expenses are being covered while doing a lot of this stuff. So, does Grilth join in on this to get sweet revenge on the people that tried to hurt your the precious?
I thought I'm not allowed in because I'm a goblin.
You were allowed
and they're
in.
racist.
No.
It's
a
just the Paladin faction is like
the Paladin faction. The Harpers haven't said anything about not letting you in, which is the other group, which are more like spies and stuff. But Leosin did not just outright offer it to you. Offered it to the sneaky thief guy.
Yeah.
Who does a lot? Who looks like a sneaky thief because he is a sneaky thief.
Yeah. No,
but it doesn't mean that he wouldn't offer to anyone else.
Yeah, I'm just a no good, dirty, rotten, yellow bellied, lily livered.
But your charisma's kind of low, so that's why he probably didn't approach you.
I sneak my hand onto his crotch and I look up at him and wink and I go, "How about me?"
Roll a
sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Oh, sleight of hand is good. Roll a sleight of hand.
How about my?
What would that be? A D20?
Yeah, D20. I'll give you advantage too. Why not? He doesn't know you're coming.
He rolls a 1.
He's been drinking.
You suddenly feel like you're getting.
Roll another D20. So that's her first roll's an 11. Second roll's a 19 plus 4. So so Grilth reaches, like, moves over to Leosin, who's sitting there drinking like wine, pinky out and all, and then just Grilth reaches around and grabs his junk.
The same one he punched.
Same one he punched. How about me? Dragons to join your little club.
PTSD.
His vision goes.
He's actually
triggered.
He's actually concerned he's gonna
He's
lose.
in like
his
cold
nut.
sweats.
Pretty much. You think you can do good work instead of do bad things, Mr. Goblin, Mr. Grilth?
We just gotta wait and find out, right?
Slowly.
Well, why don't we see how you do in the field, and then see about it then? How about that?
How about I see how I do in your field?
How about we manly men?
Does that sound like a plan, Mr. Grilth?
I very gently and quickly squeeze his ball, and I go, Sounds like a deal.
That hurts my stomach.
Thank you.
That hurts my
Grilth
stomach.
walks away and he's like,
We all mid.
all right, so there's a big party breaking out, and there's all kinds of activities. And Froome is watching as he sees his men make merriment. You see arm wrestling. You see a drinking contest. You see a small little half-elf, halfling bard singing really terrible songs. You will even see some guys in a corner doing something with
their butts? Oh, okay, cool. Is there a couch that plays lo-fi so I can sip my latte?
No. And then you see a couple of large Order of the Gauntlet guys like sitting there talking about how one beat up an ogre with his bare hands and talking a lot of shit. And Froome just looks at you guys. He kind of reaches around and puts his arm around you. He goes, "Gentlemen, have fun." And he just kind of pushes you in that direction. Do you guys want to partake in any of the activities? There's arm wrestling, drinking.
Are you asking me that question? Seriously?
Yes.
I choose to answer all of them.
You could do them all if you want. You gotta roll for them.
Speed round!
You know it's funnier than
All right, just
Actually,
tell me what dice I
I'll
roll.
limit it to 2. You guys you have enough time to do 2 activities.
2 activities.
Arm wrestling, drinking, heavy drinking contest,
Naked twist.
telling jokes or performing, drugs, and then the telling of past adventures. And there's mods things that I'm testing you on for all that.
Right.
Okay, cool. I'll take the story time and the drugs.
Or the telling jokes, performing.
No, I want to do the story time.
Okay. So, first you got to do the drugs, right? You're going to do the drugs. So, which drugs are you doing? Because you don't have experience with the crystal.
Yeah, I don't want to do that yet.
With your meth pipe.
That's expensive, so no.
Yeah, it was very expensive.
I'll just finish off the rest of the weed I have.
Well, you just got a new sack of weed.
Oh, a new sack?
Yeah, that's what I get.
Okay,
Sack of ganja.
Okay, fine. I'll try that out then.
You want to just go... So you're going to whip out your fancy-looking bong now?
Yeah.
Even though it's not super big, but it's like...
Yeah, well, I'm a gnome. I mean, where am I going to put it?
True. Shaped like a snake.
I don't have a prison wall like other people. I'm just a gnome.
It's shaped like a serpent, sea serpent.
A poor virgin gnome.
Thing in your hat.
All right, so go ahead and you get advantage on this roll. Does anybody else want to do drugs with Thunk the drunk?
Yeah.
14.
You do?
Definitely.
And use your
And 1.
and add your proficiency.
Okay, so 16.
Okay.
I rolled a 10.
And you're not proficient, and you don't get advantage either.
No.
He does. Okay, so you're kind of high, and you start hacking and coughing while the rest of them laugh at you. What a bitch!
Oi!
And you actually take a big drag off of it, and you make little rings, but you didn't make the boat.
Okay, that's
You
fine.
just made a
No,
couple
that's
of
fine.
rings.
I'm happy with that.
I'm going drinking.
You're gonna go drinking. All right, you're gonna have
I'm
to.
also going drinking.
Okay, both of you roll a dice, and you're gonna add your Constitution saving throws.
I hear that from my uncle every night.
As you both sit there and you have a drinking contest, and there's 10 guys just chugging down fucking buttery nipples, just so much buttery nipples.
I love that.
23.
23, and Meep's got.
I'm gonna grape you in the
21. So now that you're down to 3, the rest of them fucking pass out except for one guy and the 2 of you in this drinking contest. So now you roll again.
Ah, fuck. 7.
7. Meep's got a cheat. Okay, that plus 5, so an 18, and so you pass out. And the other guy passed out, but Grilth wins!
Nice.
So Grilth wins the drinking contest! Ah! And you now can have fun with all the passed out guys at the table.
Yeah, we can have fun with them, alright.
No.
Can I loot them?
No. You're trying not to be malicious.
I can't be malicious, Ash.
Okay, so...
Can we...
you're not technically passed out. You're just really fucking drunk, and now your next activity you have disadvantage.
It's like soul
So do you.
Grill.
It's like soul
Grill.
Hi.
Have you heard of a wet willy?
Yeah, I've got one right here.
Have you heard of a wet belly?
Stick it in one of these guys' ears.
I wasn't talking to you, Billy!
Grilth uses like the palm of his hand to like rub the pre-cum all over the tip of his fucking dick, and he sticks it in one ear, like just all the way, not even just the tip. Just the tip.
Okay, so next activity.
Imagine a pig and a frog having sex.
Next activity.
How's that even work?
What do you want to do? You were
I was gonna tell a story.
Okay, tell a story. No, go ahead and roll. You're gonna be rolling a performance check.
Okay, I got that. Natural 1.
Ooh, so they look at you and go, "Get away, you little crap basket." So let me tell you about this orc I cut in half. All right, your second one.
I'm gonna try and play a little jiggy about our adventures.
So you're telling a story, or are you doing a telling joke?
It's like a little song.
Okay, so you're performing.
Yeah, and it's a 19.
So you start singing about this, how a giant Goliath dude shoved a spear in a goblin's butt.
Well, there was a really giant man that was pissed, and so he gave a man an anal fist.
And between his cheeks he shoved a rod, a javelin that went abroad. And so you hear guys like kind of like clapping to how you're. Okay. Oh well, wait. You were at disadvantage, so you actually have to roll
I did.
again.
I rolled a natural 20 on the other dice.
Oh well, okay. And then a 19 on the other one. God damn. What other activity? There's arm wrestling, telling jokes, We already did drinking, using drugs, or the telling of your past adventures.
I want to do some arm wrestling.
Oh,
wrestling.
And she gets advantage too.
I'm wrestling.
Because now she's not drunk, she's nicely buzzed.
Let's go wrestle.
Can't feel pain.
Oh, Sam. We've created a monster.
I'm gonna tell of daring deeds of do.
Okay, so you'll need to make a performance check.
Yikes.
One time, I was so drunk, I took crap in the middle of Carson.
18.
And a cop almost
So
caught
you
me.
go up to the two guys, "I cut an orc in half," and then you put your arms around them. "Well, let me tell you about this time when I shot a bunch of..."
I shot that guy from like 300 feet away.
There was a dude who was running away like a bitch, and all I did was knock my arrow back. I just let it go flying through the air, and it kept going,
graceful, straight and true.
There you go, and got him right in the left butt cheek, and he died easily. How many yards? It was pretty far.
300.
Like 3. It was about.
He started at 300. He's running from there.
So he was over 300 yards away. No way! Yeah, way. Nice. And Meeps, your arm wrestling. Go ahead and roll 2 d20s, and we'll take the highest one.
Yeah, roll your d20s.
So a 14 plus the strength, which is plus 5.
Would that make them double d20s?
So Grilth is sitting there arm wrestling some guy, and this. Oh, I gotta roll for him. Oh God. I rolled a 1.
You gonna get raped.
Through the fucking
So
table.
Grilth just sits down, and as Grilth is sitting down, the dick hits the top of the table, and it goes underneath.
Through the table.
Let's do it, bitch. All right, and the guy kind of looks kind of tough. He sits down. Let's do it. And then they start arm wrestling, and then Grilth just is like sitting there, and out of nowhere he starts seeing his little dick come out the top, and Grilth is like, ah! And it actually breaks the guy's arm, and the guy's like, oh, my arm! And Grilth's like, little bitch. Oh, and you can make a perception check, all of you. No disadvantage.
Get down there.
6.
7.
1.
Jesus Christ, you're all terrible. All you can hear is Froome laughing, and the whole time as he watches you guys, like a good laugh, not like a mocking laugh, like a good hearty
It's a merriment.
merriment laugh as you guys are doing these unspeakable acts. So he says, so anyway, the next day comes around, and it's the next morning. Some of you have hangovers. Some of you are like just recovering from your drug binge. And Froome comes into the room and he goes, all right, guys, before you head to Baldur's Gate,
5 more minutes.
He leaves and comes back.
Like a bitch!
And then he swings the door open loudly. And a bunch of hot service women bringing in breakfast for all of you.
I'm gay. just to dishearten him.
Bax gets up and stretches, and his blanket that he was like sleeping in falls off while he's in front of these service women.
They're used to it. All right, so their stay comes in and goes, I think before you, don't worry, we got everything paid for. We're going to put you on a ferry boat and take you all the way to Baldur's Gate.
Is he talking to us before I've even gotten dressed?
Damn right I am. Rock your socks and grab your cocks.
Well, I'm like the
Grab
guys,
your
I'm
dicks
like the
and
people from
double
Africa.
clicks from
I
boys.
can't
The only
swim.
reason I'm here before you get dressed is I want to tell you something. Your boat's leaving at noon today to take you to Baldur's Gate so you can look for work in the caravan. But you may want to disguise yourselves. I believe some of those cultists may have gotten a good look at you. Numbnuts has some dingleberries that work for him that say so. So you may want to get some disguises. I'll pay for them myself. But we need to get it done before noon, lads. Are you ready to go? So I assume you're packing up and getting ready to go right away.
Can we save the game right here before we keep going?
I was just going to have you roll for your
kidding.
your
I
jobs,
was-
but that was it.
I was kidding. I was trying to make a joke. Never mind.
Wait, what? Oh, is that way you can reload when it ends badly?
Yeah.
So
no saves
do-
coming.
So do you guys each want disguise kits?
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
one of
sure.
you knows how to use it, so I don't know if you do.
I do.
Oh, you do too?
I'm proficient.
So you can actually help them get in disguise if they need to as well. So he gets you disguises that fit what you know your jobs, so to speak, but at least cover you up enough that you're not wearing them right away, but you can put them on later. And so you head out, and he gives you 50 gold pieces each that cover the expenses for getting up the ferry. It even covers fancy dinner.
Nice.
Nah, I almost recovered all
On
my
the
gold.
ferry as you head up. So you're not getting that money. You're not getting that money. That's the covering. That's how much it costs to
That
go.
covers our expenses to get
That covers
to
your
Baldur's
expenses
Gate.
to get there. Yeah.
Cool.
And so you end up in Baldur's Gate, which is a bustling center of trade, and you can see there's all kinds of caravans going in and out of town. Smaller ones than what you were told in the last town by the guys, by Froome and Numbnuts.
And his dingleberries.
So Froome had also mentioned, Froome had mentioned that you're looking for a guy, his contact, known as Aiken Celebon. And he's somewhere in the city. So you're now at Baldur's Gate, and you know that from somebody make a history check.
I have a +3. Why not?
12.
17.
Meeps has a 19 with a +0, so
14.
geez. So Grilth sits there and goes, well, there's a high town and a low town. So if we're looking for anything, kinda wanna go to low town. Because that's where the low lives are. And the trading is down at Blackgate. Nobody's gonna ask how he knows that.
How the hell do you know that?
Grilth, how Grilth would probably know that from being a highway bandit and raiding caravans and stuff as goblins do.
Okay, I'll take it.
Finding out where they were going and what goods they had. So, even though Grilth has not technically been there himself. So I'm assuming you guys head down that way, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you want to start asking around really quick? Just
Sure.
You're looking for someone specific.
What is it?
Or we're rolling to find people.
You're looking for Froome's contact. Aiken Celebon.
What am I adding to it? I got a
Mine's
19.
You're doing investigation for the most part.
22.
15.
11.
Meeps, do you want to roll? 4. Okay, so you find out that somebody does know where he is, and he owns a freighting shop in town. So he leads you guys. The guy points out where the shop is in town, and I'm assuming you guys go right there. Yes.
Yeah.
And so, Akin is there. He's just a kind of a workhorse-looking human guy, and he's nothing really interesting about him. And he comes in, and then you guys go into his shop. You notice there's wagon wheels and all kinds of like ropes and lanterns, and like he's got a ration thermidor and all kinds of little things like that in his shop. And he sits there and, "What can I do for you?"
Froome sent us to get into a caravan headed north of Neverwinter.
So you're looking for that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's the deal. Those guys are over up in the caravan that's headed north down Tradeway. They leave literally in about 2 days. Now, I have a list of names. And on that list of names, a bunch of people looking for all kinds of people. They're looking for bodyguards, they're looking for people to lead their platoons of guards, because some of those merchants are little fuckers. They're little bitches. They've got their hands dipped in too many places and know that they need lots of protection. You could also be one of those guards yourself, or you can be a worker. But it all depends.
Go for a bodyguard.
Well, here's what you're going to do for that is you have 2 options. You can use charisma or strength to make a check, because he's got the connections to all these merchants and people that are traveling in the caravan. So you're not necessarily going to fully dictate what you want, so you're going to have to roll for it. So are you going to use charisma or strength?
They're equal, so charisma. 18, 19.
So you're gonna be a bodyguard. I got you a job here. Let's see. You are going to be the person. I do mean personal. Bodyguard for Oyen Evermore. And so, the guy's kind of a dick. So I'm gonna warn you up front. He's kind of a greedy bastard. He's gonna be traveling with a bunch of exotic birds and weird. Oyn, O-Y-N, even more. He's a male human merchant. And just as a heads up, don't ask his opinion. Don't ever do it. He likes to argue with people all the time. And so you actually will be a personal bodyguard, and for each day on the road, you get 10 gold pieces. Oh, per 10 day. So that's per week. I think 10 days a week in this game. Yeah. So, and you get your food and living expenses covered. Okay, so
to invade and show them it's a 7-day week.
you want to go ahead and roll?
Yeah.
So you're gonna use charisma or strength?
Charisma.
Okay.
9.
9. You are hired as a basic guard, so you're gonna be. Oh wait! You got bodyguard. I'm sorry. You're not with Ein. You're with I'm sorry. I got this in the wrong order. Lai Aguston is the guy you'll be working for. I'm sorry. My bad. He's a male gold dwarf merchant.
Okay, so his name is spelled
Lai.
L-A-I.
And an Anguston. Angessstun.
Angessstun.
And he's going to be hauling scented cooking oils and perfumes from which is where Grilth is from. He constantly talks about money. So the guy is telling you everything you need to know about the person you're working for, just to give you a heads up. He will not. He's a cheap ass motherfucker. Lie. He will not spend a single copper buying anyone else a drink or a roasted turnip during the entire trip. But because you are his bodyguard, you still get the same thing. You still get the 10 gold pieces per 10 day, plus you get food and living expenses covered. You got hired. You rolled a 9.
Yeah.
So you're just a basic guard for Oin Evanmore. I'm sorry.
All right.
So do you want to write this down? So you're working for Oin. Oink Evanmore.
So
He was a pretty argumentative guy. And you're and just as a heads up, in the caravan when it starts moving, you guys will be within the same 4 carts of each other. If you're not working in the same carts.
What's his last name?
Evanmore. Evenmor. And he's hauling exotic birds to Waterdeep. And he's stubborn, and he's argumentative, and has strong opinions about literally everything. But he is a nice guy because he likes arguing, so he will keep pouring you drinks if you want to argue. Keep arguing with him.
why Anguston is hauling scented oils and what else?
Scented oils and perfumes. And he's a cheap bastard. You want to roll? You're using charisma, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, and there's no advantage, so fuck me, I got a 6. No, 8.
You got an 8, so
Yep.
you're actually going to be with him.
Okay.
So you'll be with Oin Evanmore as well.
Does Lai have any good points? Or is he just a cheap ass bastard?
He's a cheap ass bastard,
Alright,
but you know he's going to pay.
yeah.
Notice you might even pay more depending
Alright.
on if something comes up or goes down. All right, Meeps, roll a. I'm going to assume you're going to use strength because your charisma ain't so good.
Use charisma.
No,
Do it on hardcore.
Yeah, hard. Stop giving bad advice.
Hard.
And you're going to do it at disadvantage because you're a goblin. Who wants to hire a goblin?
You're racist.
It's just true.
Just because it's true doesn't mean it's not racist.
After all, two of these
I-
and take the lowest.
Yeah. Well, there's a 5 and a 2. So you actually.
Shit
That's your
shoveler.
strength?
Well, no, she's going to add her strength.
She's a shit shoveler.
So you get to travel with Akini Vlatlan. Jesus Christ. Meeps, you're going to need to write this down. Do you have something to write with?
Notepad. Right. Kenny?
I'm looking for his name here. Give me 1 second just to make sure.
You just said a Kenny.
Yeah, here it is. Akreni. So
A creamy.
Yeah, Achreny.
Sounds like a cry a Jala would make.
Crack.
And his last name is Yuletin.
What type of crack are
ULY
these people on to make these names?
is Wizards of the Coast. ULYELTIN.
Do they just have
Is
like
the whole
a
name.
letter generator? They just
Yuletin,
push a
probably.
button on and just
They
put
have,
letters
they have a
together?
Yahtzee cube.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's this one. Ulyelton is an independent wagon master with 2 wagons in his caravan. Both are hauling cured furs and uncured hides. He is a boorish man without a trace of civilization about him. He's not unfriendly, just smelly, vulgar, and utterly without manners.
We'll get around great.
His second wagon driver and 2 laborers, on the other hand, are perfectly pleasant. So this guy's a big asshole who stinks and smells, and he's a prick. But of course, he's the only one who's going to hire Grilth with low rolls like that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And so you're not getting paid, but he is going to feed you, and he's going to feed your warg. He's willing to offer you that, and you're just going as light security. Because he's as cheap as they fucking come.
If he's so cheap.
But it's like if somebody important dies on the road, you might be able to fill in a gap.
is he so cheap that he
But
doesn't
somebody
come?
were to mysteriously die, huh?
So that's what I got.
That would be awful.
Oh no. Oh no. So the guy's there and he goes, 3 of the wagons. So now that you all have been assigned, the 3 of the wagons belong to the pricks cult. You might be able to pick them out. I'm sure you know what those cultists might look like. Well, maybe they're wearing something different. I can't say. I haven't seen many of them wandering the streets except for maybe 1. Maybe 2. But mostly 1. So, one weirdo by the name of Resmer comes around here. Just checking on things. I don't know much else. I tell you, can't really see. I only heard of the name. Couldn't make out who it was. Under all the regalia, the fact he was being wagoned in on like a rickshaw. Look at it was weird. People with that kind of money. They got money. But he's been going into the same place where they've gone too. So you've got yours. I think we did a good job speeding that up so we don't have to do it next time. And then still have nothing for you guys to really do. Because now it goes right into the road stuff. And we're theoretically in the worst chapter in this book, but I think I've figured it out to a degree.
Okay.
Alright. And your assignments are actually based literally on your rolls. So I didn't just sit there and pick them out.
What was the worst job ever?
She got the worst job.
Oh. It wasn't like a...
You work for food.
Okay. That is pretty bad.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's a lot of... But it has like the whole... Everybody that's part of the caravan, but not all of them are merchants or people doing anything.
What's the best job?
He pretty much got it.
I rolled an 18.
18. And then there's like a better option if it were higher. A better person to work for.
Mm-hmm.
But you got the best person willing to pay that much.
Okay.
So... You can't complain too much.